Hello, everybody. I am Sun Psychic Jean, and please welcome my very special co-host, Marina from Heart Center Tarot. Hi, Marina.
Hey everyone. Hello, Jean. How are you? Oh, you lost sound.
Oh, you did? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Let me just move this over here then. I think it was because I was okay. Um, I had my other window open. That's why. Sorry, everybody. So Marina is here, and it is St. Patty's Day today, everybody. And I have the green.
Yes, it is.
I
Oh,
have the
that's
green
right.
shamrocks. Well, it's not a shamrock, but I have the green light in the background for us all.
Yes.
And I've been gearing up for this St. Patty's Day since Friday. I've been wearing my green and doing all the things since Friday. But I really love
Lovely.
the elemental aspect of St. Patty's
Yes.
Day. You know, and the shamrock and the mystique and the fairies and the gnomes and
Yes.
the magic. I love that part about it. And whatever part is fun for you, like I saw that Mark, the Spirit Whisperer, and Debbie was on,
Yes.
and they had like their dirt, I don't know what the hats, I guess is a derby or something.
Oh,
They
could
had,
be.
the whole getup, and it looked so adorable.
Oh,
Mhm,
lovely. Oh,
mhm.
lovely. Yes, I totally slipped my mind, and I know it's on my calendar. And yeah,
That
totally missed it. Otherwise, I'd have mean, well, I do have a little bit of green in my t-shirt, but yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Uh,
So,
so Flower Beauty says, "What is St. Patrick's Day? I've heard about it. Uh, it's it's uh, it's I guess it's a religious type of holiday because of St. Patrick's. And then it turned into like a party or a parade kind of holiday. And then it turned into everybody jumps green into the rivers holiday. And it's a big going out and having a good time and
yes.
streamers and decorations and outfits and they really just do it up, and I think it has a lot. It's a lot around like the sol. I mean the equinox as well. It's a good time. It's
Mhm.
a springtime sort of festive.
Yeah.
So whichever way, whatever meaning
Yeah.
it is for you, there's just a little bit different, something different for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And he was St. Patrick wasn't actually Irish. He was Roman, but he um yeah, he is a the the patron saint of Ireland. So, yeah.
Hmm.
And yeah,
And
thanks for
mhm.
asking because a lot of people know, but then a lot of people don't know. And I mean, why would you? Why would you know um, about a holiday that some people celebrate that isn't celebrated around the world, right?
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, thanks for asking, Flower Beauty.
Yes.
Um, I remember when I was younger, and it was about, going out with your friends and
Yeah.
having lots of fun. It's something, there's something for everybody. There's something for
Yes.
kids, there's something for adults, there's something for the big people who or people who want to have like decorations and outfits,
Yes.
and then, all different kinds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, looking for I think his symbol is the four-leaf clover, which is, a sign of good luck. Um it's an opportunity, yeah, to just kind of, and it's also just before spring, so that's when you celebrate the green, the growth, the new things that are coming. So I know a lot of places, there will be copious amounts of green beer that are going to be consumed today, right? So yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't, yeah. I don't know. Would you drink green beer? I don't know. That's just food coloring, right?
Yeah, it is. That's all. Yeah, that's all it is. It's just, yeah, food coloring. And Yeah.
I know. But some people, it's really, they love it. And it's like
Yes.
some families have done it for generations, and it's just like a
Yes.
tradition. But
Absolutely. Yeah.
so I want to
Absolutely.
say hello to Davy Jones is here, Sherry Luke is here,
Mhm.
Jay is here. Nice to see you. And MLR is here. And
Woo.
MLR, I found out a little bit more about MLR when we were having a discussion, and she was helping me out with some galactic references. And I was like, MLR, you surprised me. So I was so excited
Yeah.
to see that she was able to help me with all of that. And Just Visiting is here.
Nice.
So MLR said I miss my grandfather. My grandparents' house was number 17 and had an abundance of four-leaf clovers in the backyard.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah.
There you
That.
go. It's all
Yeah.
about the luck. It's all about
Yes.
this, the signs and synchronicities. But I really think it's very charming with the elemental aspect of it, and the gnomes and the fairies and the, leprechauns and the
Absolutely.
folklore. I think it's lovely. I love that. So
Absolutely.
Marina and I will be doing readings for everybody today. If you would like a reading, just kindly put your question in caps and emojis. And just as a reminder that the questions are chosen at random, and we appreciate you being here. So let's go ahead and start with Davy Jones.
Okay. What will
Uh,
let me go?
Davy Jones says, "Hey guys, how will it be for the next 3 weeks for him?
Okay.
How will it be for the next 3 weeks for me?" He says. Hi, Laura Hammond Davis.
Hey, Laura.
Very
And what are you doing there, Davy? Okay. Making a decision. You're going to be making a decision about something that is um, something having to do with families or get-togethers, and the decision that you're making is going to be one that is going to call on you to be honest, to kind of stand in your integrity and um, not let someone else's opinion of a situation cloud your judgment. So I've got the Two of Pentacles, which is that decision making, and kind of it even weighing the options. You see there's a little bit of a stormy sea that is behind the cliff that he's standing on. So it may not be a very pleasant decision, but it is one that you need to make. And yet the Four of Wands, that's family tradition, get-togethers and whatnot, and then the Ace of Swords. So yeah, I think you're going to be making a decision, and just follow your gut, stand in your integrity, stand in what is true for you. Yeah.
wonderful. And I love that deck that you have, Marina. What do you remember the name?
This is
Is
the Gilded Tarot Royale.
the Royale. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's beautiful. And I love the one with the it looked like two pots of gold with the rainbow for St. Patty's Day, the very first one.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. The Two of Pentacles. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was really
Absolutely.
cool.
Yeah. Totally. And
Very
yeah.
appropriate. Mhm.
Yep. Very, very, very much so. And yeah, overseas. Yeah, and pentacles are all about our values too, right? It's not just financial. It's about our values, our health, and so on. So, good, good mix for you here, Davy. Yeah.
Excellent. So, Davey, I just wanted to share with you what I saw, and if you could just take it with a grain of salt. It is, I don't know, what I saw was I saw you visiting somebody in the hospital, but it looked like somebody that just was having a regular procedure. Like it didn't seem dire, didn't seem
Yeah.
upsetting. It just seemed like a hospital environment, unless you work in a hospital and or is somebody having a baby. Like I felt like it was just one of these, like, this is what happens, and
Mhm.
this is where you go to visit somebody. Or if you've been visiting somebody in a hospital. But I do see you having, I don't know, there is just a status quo, a contentment, a calmness, not too many changes. I feel like you have a responsibility to other people that you need to take care of or keep in touch with or watch over. Um, I feel like you have your, I don't know if you have your own business, but you have your own hobby that you are tending to, that you're sort of like tending to the fire,
Uh-huh.
but it's something that you enjoy doing, that you're trying to stoke, and that you're trying to, um, get going or keep the fires burning. Um, I do feel I also see you outside, and you're gonna really enjoy it's almost like when you go outside this spring, or this, I'm not sure what part of the world you're in, but if you're on the northern hemisphere, this spring when you go outside, it's gonna be a little bit different for you. You're gonna see things in a different light, in a way that it's like, "Oh, I never realized how important it really was, or how much I could really connect to the nature around me, or how much I love this hiking and seeing, it's like this vista where you could see forever." But you're very introspective. I don't see you talking to too many people. I do see
Mhm.
you like doing what you need to do, and you have responsibilities. But I see you're very much deep in thought, and I don't know if you write. I don't know if it's your ideas or your plans, or it's not necessarily a book, but you just write. I don't know. You could even be an inventor or something. So let me know if any of that makes sense for you, Davy. And if you're not here, you owe me one, because I
Yeah.
did not ask if he was here.
Yeah. That's all right.
Yeah, you owe me a double one. Make sure you put it in the comments below, Davy, because that was coming through pretty strongly for me. All right.
Yep.
Thank you. And Emmy J, if you guys could just let me know you're here. And after Emmy J is T Lynn. Um,
Okay. Any messages from my galactic family? Okay. Well, you know
okay.
what?
Yeah, Emmy J and her galactic family. Uh,
I am thinking that I need to go um to one of the other decks. Hold on. Hold on. Let us go to Intuitive Whispers and see what that is.
mm,
Um oops. But I'm what I'm hearing is that they are doing their level best to try to communicate certain things to you. You're just not picking up on what it is that they want to share with you, and that's, I think that they're using symbols that you are not familiar with. So rather than kind of drive yourself batty in terms of trying to figure that out, you can always ask them to provide the message or the symbols in a way that you would understand them today in this lifetime, and see if that doesn't maybe if they maybe kind of find different symbols. Okay, I get split your focus. So yeah, there is things that they are definitely trying to communicate. And like I said, it's like um, one part of you understands and the other part doesn't understand, and you're trying to make sense of between the two parts. Did I really get that, or am I just imagining it? Um, so yeah, absolutely, ask them to communicate with symbols that you would understand in this lifetime. And vulnerability is power. So you're going forward, don't feel like you're, just because you're not fully understanding or embracing the message, that it means you're not getting the message. Have faith that you are. They are going to explain it to you in a way that is going to make sense, and it will make sense eventually. It doesn't need to make sense to you right at this moment. So yeah, they're definitely wanting to communicate with you. It's just, it's kind of like when you're when you turn on a radio and it's just ever so slightly off the station, and you're kind of hearing but you're not really hearing. So it just needs to be fine-tuned a little bit. Yeah. Gift yourself. So yeah, gift yourself with the knowledge that you will know what you need to know when you need to know it. So
Excellent. Thank you,
there you go.
Marina. And Mary Ellen, I agree with Marina that it's important what questions we're asking, and also to ask them to validate it. Just like she said, to bring it into the time of here and now where you could understand it. And and when you ask a question and you receive information, or if you just receive information, ask for validation. Ask who it is that you're speaking with. How can you identify them, or how can you relate to them? How will you know it's them? And what can they tell you about themselves? Is there anything they can tell you about themselves that you're looking for more of a identifiable contact, and mm, a little bit more of understanding who's coming through when, and and I feel like this is psychically, I'm picking this up for you to develop your communication with them. I don't feel like this is a message from them. Um, because they're working with you, and they're working with you sporadically and as needed, and almost cryptically, like Marina was saying. And and you're looking for clarification, but they're saying, and now this is from them, they're saying if she needs clarification, she only needs to ask. um so almost develop a conversation with them in escalating and enriching your communications. And it's not, they want you to work to maybe focus on communications with a particular soul or energy, or collective group, instead of communications with a ship or a craft. They want you to consider, maybe it's one energy or one consciousness that you're communicating with, if that makes sense. Does that make sense, Marina? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, it does. Absolutely.
Yep. Yep. Very good, Emmy J. Thank you so much. And are you working with somebody? Are you working with Dr. Gail or somebody to help you facilitate that? Because I feel like you are, you know, um, you're on the verge or a cusp of much more communication. And I think that they are, obviously, we all know that ET in general are working with humanity more out in the open now.
Yes.
And it's becoming more commonplace. And with you already having your connections, the communication is likely to increase. So
Yes.
that's my feeling about it too.
Yeah.
All right, Mary Ellen, good for you. I'm so excited. So next I said was T Lin, and then after T Lin is MLR.
Okay.
Oops, sorry. T Lin says, in keeping with the Irish theme, was my parental great grandfather actually Irish or just a rumor? Harry Randall. Oh, she's done extensive genealogy, but couldn't definitely make a connection.
Yeah. Okay.
Maternal great grandfather.
Okay. I think that I think that you will discover that he may not have been Irish, but he certainly he was very connected to the Irish community, and that's what I got. I learn how to speak English one of these days. This is from the Past Life Energy Oracle, and it is community. And you could see the people there, and they're different people are getting into that boat. They could be family, they could be friends. So this, and the message in the bottom is, this is personal or professional connections. So I think that if he was not directly from the Irish community, he was very connected to the Irish um, community. And uh, what it is that you're kind of dealing with right now is the isolation, and the isolation is lack of connections. So that's what you're running across as you're trying to find, was he or wasn't he? And you know um, uh, what I'm getting intuitively is, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. If you believe that there is that Irish connection there, then honor it. Go with it and say, yes. For right now, we're going to say yes until I get information to the contrary. Yes. I think he may very well, and I think part of the reason that you're not able to kind of get information um, is, he was, when he initially immigrated to the U.S., I think he might have had some physical issues, and whether that was with memory, or whether there was some kind of injury, so that he was not able to speak for himself, but someone else spoke for him. Um, and maybe that's where part of this, um, is he Irish? Isn't he Irish? Um, I'm really getting a sense that it doesn't matter. He was part of the community. He worked with the community. Whether he is a direct descendant is irrelevant at this point. Just if it feels right to you, then go with it. Just go with it. That's what I've got.
I was getting the exact same thing, but I can't think of the name of it. Uh, um, hmm, doesn't sound say my. Um, so what I was getting, and I couldn't think of what they told me was that he lived in or nearby Ireland, and he had an Irish heritage in in name, but not in blood. And I felt like he was either adopted or he was either married into the family or somebody somewhere. But I got that he was native to a land nearby. And it says the European indigenous people were Sami, Sami, but there's an asterisk over the A. Sami, the Sami
Yeah.
people.
To me. Okay.
Um, and they, you know, they look indigenous. But that was interesting because I'm like, I don't even know what that means. Let me
Yeah.
just pick one.
I
Um,
think the fact that you said adopted, that kind of resonates with me a little bit. So yeah.
yeah, there's an indigenous bloodline from that area.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it doesn't mean it's like he was an honorary Irish because I feel like he was either younger or I don't know how he was brought into the Irish family, but um, I don't know if you have any indigenous kind of blood or if you found that in the genealogy, but he was an honorary Irish, and then I feel like he always felt out of place, but he really accepted it as his own, and it was almost like the only thing he knew. Like I think maybe it was like I said, when he was younger, he was brought into the family somehow. I'm not sure how that would have happened and how much different he would have looked if you could find anything. He played fiddle. Oh my gosh, and was a sheep herder and also worked on the railroad from Iowa to Montana. When you said he's a sheep herder, that was one of the pictures I saw for the indigenous people.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if the sheep herding was his tie to his bloodline. I don't know. Maybe he was. There is something different in there, but I thought native people of Ireland. I'm like,
Yeah.
was there an indigenous tribe in that area? They said, yeah, possibility. So she said, found family back to the 1700s, but think they were extremely prejudiced against Irish still. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting question. But thank you very much, T. Lynn. That
Yeah.
was interesting to find out. And
Absolutely.
MLR is next. And this is a two-parter. She says, my grandfather was the first ghost to appear for me when he died. Does he have a message for me? His name is Richard, Dick, or Grampy. And then she says, also, I think I saw a number of Victorian era ghosts when I was a young child under 5. That's interesting that you saw your
Mhm.
grandfather. That's amazing.
Yes. Yes, it is. And that absolutely resonates with me because the first apparition or ghost, if you will, for lack of a better word, um, that that I saw was in my teens, and it was my grandmother. When I knew she passed before she passed because she came to visit in the middle of the night and to let me know that, yeah, she had hoped that she would see me one more time before she passed, but things didn't work out. So um, it makes absolute sense that um, did he come and visit you? Yes, he did, and his um, the the message from him right now is for you to surrender the things that you are feeling and that you are questioning. He's saying just absolutely absolutely accept them, surrender to what is, surrender to whatever it is that you're holding on to. It's going to take you higher than you think it is. and coming home. That he's okay. It's not like he's saying, "Oh, can't wait for you to get home. I'm here." It doesn't mean that you're at the end, but he's saying surrender to the concept that that you are that you are part of something much, much bigger. And that is where you will ultimately be returning to, where we will all ultimately return to, and that is to the coming home. So um, the idea of seeing ghosts that came from different eras, it's almost like validation that they're not gone. Just because we can't see them doesn't mean that they're no longer there. Just we need to surrender to the possibility that there are things that um, we as spiritual beings having a human experience, we forget because it is part of our journey. It is part of the lessons that we need to learn here. And that is, yeah, we will all end up going home. And look, limiting beliefs. Do not limit yourself. Do not allow yourself to think that um, only those things that we can see, feel, hear exist. There is more. Um, there is more to our spiritual essence than just those physical things that we can attribute to it. So I think yeah, his message is just surrender. Don't fight it. Just surrender. Give into it. Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what's next. Yeah,
That's beautiful, Marina. And you were saying all the things that I was feeling. And it's really amazing the way those cards just really spot on, really describe exactly what we're saying. And
yeah,
I too, I felt the same way that he's
yeah,
saying that when he came to you, it was a natural thing, and it was natural for the family that your family has this ability. But and I know that you put quotes around ghosts because I know it's not a ghost; it's his you know energy. But it's um, it's like he's almost saying, remember who you are, remember why we're here. And he wanted you to know that he was okay and that he was going to be watching over you. And I feel as though he's definitely in your soul family, that you're going to
yeah,
reincarnate together again one day. But he's also saying, sort of, remember who you are, like the whole of who you are, not just the person or the ego, uh, I identified as I here in this world. It's remember the entirety of who you are. And this is what I feel like he's saying. And Marina said it so beautifully. Um, and he's just, I feel like, you know, not that you're way showers, but he's saying that more and more people are going to be coming online and being able to do this and do what you do and to call it in and to deal with it and to bring it into their lives every day. Um, and I think you'll feel a little less left out. Like in the beginning, when nobody else was talking about this and it was happening to you, you felt like you were the only one experiencing this, or you could have or may have. But now that there's so many people coming out and talking about their experiences, and people are having more and more experiences, and the energy is changing, I feel as though you have a lot more validation of the things that you've experienced. And I think that it was, you were a front runner, definitely.
yeah,
Wow. All right.
absolutely.
Very nice. Thank you, MLR.
Wonderful.
Okay. So I have Donna and Marilyn. So let's go with Donna. And
Yep.
Donna says, do my ancestors have a message or messages for me about the venture I'm starting this spring? Is this the direction I think it is?
Okay.
I can bring you a message from your ancestors, or I can read on the direction of this thing that you're starting. Because I don't think that, I mean, not always do they have a suggestion on choices that and the way that we live our lives or
Mhm.
the choices that we make in our lives.
Yep.
I know what you mean though. I think, if you don't mind me saying, Donna, I feel like you are an energy healer, and your ancestors may have also been energy healers.
Mhm. Okay.
Um, they're really, I'm tuning into like your feminine line to seeing if they were, and they're really like, it's up to her. It's not like, it's your life to live. It's your decisions to make. And that, it's beautiful that if you would like to honor our tradition, but it's not a must. Everybody has their own choice in their life. And if it's a skill that's handed down and you want to take that skill and utilize it to the highest, to the optimal degree, then that is your choice, and they will, um, feel the honor in that. But it is your choice. You don't have to do it, is what they're saying. That's
Mhm. Yeah. There. The key message is this can turn out to be positive in terms of a moneymaker, in that it will bring you some security, some wealth and abundance. The thing to remember is this is a venture that you need to be doing on your own. If you get into something that is a partnership, there is the possibility that you might end up being in servitude. You might end up kind of bowing to the other person's will, and that is going to mean that you are giving up um, part of your heritage. You're giving up part of your power to someone else, and they might decide what your contribution is going to be and what the value of that contribution is going to be. So this is something that, um, if you feel that you are not able to do this on your own by yourself, then maybe it's time to put it off until you feel that you're able to do that on your own. So you're yeah, you need to examine. They're supportive of you. They're just saying, okay, this is something that you need to do on your own. This is not a partnership thing that you should be getting into, unless you fully realize going into it that someone else is going to determine the value of what it is that you're bringing to the venture. So if you're willing to let someone else determine that, then they're supportive of that as well. But the message is, yes, but do this on your own, because you get to determine the value of the effort um, that you're putting in, and thus the value that you're going to get out. So, yeah, that's what I'm getting
wonderful.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's really, really good advice, because um, it's important to know whether or not some people work best in partnerships, some people work best alone. But if
Yes.
you're not sure of what energy healing means, then perhaps that's not what your venture is.
Yeah.
So energy healing would be like Reiki, or um, some other type of like sound healing, or
Yeah.
um,
Massage therapy. Yeah.
yeah, that kind of thing.
Yes.
um, but interesting, very interesting. Thank you, Donna.
Yeah.
All right. And David Jones came back and he says, everything you ladies said were absolutely true. Thank you.
Aw,
You're welcome, Davy.
perfect. Absolutely.
Okay. So I have Marilyn is next. And she says, my identical twin sister passed last summer. I'm so sorry, Marilyn. We had a great life together. Any messages from her or my higher self? What is your sister's first name, Marilyn?
Mm,
Marcia.
Marcia. Marcia, Marcia, Marcia. She really liked being the one in charge. She really enjoyed um, the party atmosphere, the kind of look at me, um, and what she's saying is that there is the part of the reason that you were so close is even though you were identical twins, you kind of saw her as your um, as a mother figure. You deferred quite a lot of the decision making between the two of you to her, and so she is acknowledging that yeah, she took on that role of kind of being a caretaker, and that you were the one that was she would forge ahead while and you allowed her to lead, that your part of your personality was dealing with some of the things that you saw as fearful, so you let her lead and you followed her lead, and she is saying now that those fears that you thought you had then and that you might think that you're still dealing with now um, are not real. That you always had the potential to not only face your fears, but to know how to control those limiting beliefs that came with those fears. So she's saying thank you for letting her step forward and be the one in the lead, but now that she is on the other side, she is encouraging you to step into your own role as being the leader, and she's saying you can yeah, let go of a lot of that fear because it was never real. It was always something that you could very, very easily overcome. And so just um, let yourself be guided from the other side by her courage, and you can access her courage anytime that you want. There
That's
you go.
beautiful. That's beautiful. Marilyn, I picked up on Marsha's energy and she wants you to know that she's safe and whole. And it's WHOLE. And I don't know if she had some sort of a surgery where she had something removed, because when she's saying she's safe and whole, that just indicates that she feels, or that somebody may have looked at her as not being whole in some way. Um, she's saying that she's healthy, happy, well rested. I'm not sure if she was unable to sleep or always tired or, was up around the clock or something was, whether it was medically reason for not being able to sleep or there's something about being well rested. She wants you to know she finally is able to rest. And she's saying that she feels the unconditional love as well. She said that you are now and always connected, and that your unspoken communication that you once had together in this incarnation, you still have with her. That connection did not leave with her. The connection is still open and available. And all you need, and she's saying you already know this, that all you need to do is think about her and she's close to you. It's like, texting her. If we just sit down, they don't want to sort of interfere or disrupt or, uh, uh, step over a boundary. And she wants you to be able to live your life and go through your grieving process the way you need to. But if you would like to connect to her and you sit down in a quiet room or bring some pictures around or just sit quietly with your eyes closed and think of her, she can come in close to you. And you can feel her. I feel like you can feel her presence.
Mhm.
And I don't know if this is startling to you or if it's comforting to you, but she's saying that her presence is near, and it's almost just like a change in the energy around you. It's not like you feel a person standing next to you. It's just like you feel something change, and you can sense that something's a little different. And that's all that it is. She's being real, real careful not to startle you or invade too much into your energy right here, right now. She's saying that you two are now and always will be connected for now and
Yes.
forever, is what she says, and that has not that that never did sever. That's always been
Yes.
connected. That connection's always been. So that's what she wants you to know, Miss Marilyn. Thank you
Yep.
so much. Yeah, she had cancer. Yeah. Yep, that's that safe and whole and healthy and happy. And sometimes when people have a condition that they're suffering with before they pass, it's hard for us to think of them in a different way because that's the
Yes.
last how we saw them or how we experienced them. But that's beautiful the way she described herself. So
Yes.
rest assured.
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh, and Marilyn says, I do feel her very close. I hope she's having great adventures now.
Oh, she
Absolutely.
is. Yeah,
Good
she
for you.
is.
Good for you, Marilyn. All right. I don't think I called out who was next. And let's go with Zach. Zach, are you still here? Zach, can you let us know if you're still here? You're welcome, Davy Jones, and you're forgiven. He's like,
Yeah.
guys, thank you for taking my question. His battery died.
Oh,
Because I'm like, you owe me one.
yeah.
Because it's really hard when it's like giving somebody a high five and they're not there to give it
Yes. Yeah. To
back.
go right back. Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
leave me hanging here. Leave
Yes.
me hanging. No, it's real important, but you're welcome. You're welcome,
Yeah.
uh, Davy Jones, and I appreciate you saying that. That was really sweet of you.
Yeah.
He's
And
like,
Zach
I gotta
says
get in
hello.
Jean's good graces. I can't leave her hanging.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
funny. Okay, so Zach is here and he says, may I ask my mother or spirit for guidance and direction as to my future decisions, life struggles, and dealing with the past? Certainly.
Mm. Okay.
So I feel like I'm connecting with a spirit guide that's with you, and it's almost like a guardian angel kind of a spirit guide. And they just like looked over at me and said, "He's much stronger than he thinks," and
Mhm.
that it doesn't mean you're not struggling. It doesn't mean that you're not trying to overcome and sort of wavering. And I feel that wavering inside of you, and it's almost like not an instability but like an uncertainty. and the wavering is almost worse than the issue. Like if the issue you could deal with, but it's because you're wavering. And I feel like you're the steadiness, you're quite sensitive to a lot, Zach. And just so you know, it's really important for you to work on balancing your own energy and grounding yourself and doing like chakra meditations, listening to binaural beats, really being very gentle with yourself, and um, working on focusing on centering your energy. You are very sensitive, and they want you to work on boundaries and taking care of yourself. Um, so wherever you can find this stability is you want to do more of that. It's almost like you're like, well, for this afternoon I felt good, and then later on at night you're like, I don't feel good anymore. Like they also said, and to take this with a grain of salt, sometimes when I take um, magnesium, it helps with those types of worries or uneasy feeling. And I just feel like there's it's almost like you can't, I know you can't help it. It's not anxiety, it's not depression, it's not worry. It's really, I think it's more physical. I think it's more physical, and it may be like a like an imbalance. You know how sometimes like cortisol or
Mhm.
that magnesium, there's something in there that once you obtain that type of that balance inside of you physically, then you'll be able to deal with or to work on moving forward through the challenges that you have at hand. But your spirit guide wants you to know that you're much stronger than you think, and that you will find a way. They want you to keep turning over every rock and finding some help. Also, acupuncture would really help you because you're quite
Mhm.
sensitive there, Zach. So that's what I have for you. OCD. Okay. Your
Yeah.
stress is very high. You in nutritionally, you can work on balance. That'll really help. And our gut is our main source of balance and
Mhm.
stability. So, it's nutrition's what I mean. hmm
Yeah.
And acupuncture would really, really be good for that, um, for sure. hmm How about you, Miss Marina?
Totally. Totally. Yeah. I pulled some tarot cards, and I start off with the Hierophant, and this is having to do the Hierophant is generally government, but it's any it could also be hospital. It could also be you know any higher authority. Okay. So this is seeking that seeking help from some higher authority is going to bring the sun, is going to be very successful for you, and that's where you're going to find some answers, because right now you're kind of the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords is kind of a situation of your own making. And that's I can see that. I can see the acupuncture in here as well with the swords, right? The piercing. um and it's also a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy, in that you have you start to obsess about something, and all of a sudden you're going down the spiral, and it's hard for you to know when to stop, right? When to say, okay, I've taken this as far as it can go. That's where you kind of so while yeah, you get yourself into these situations, and it's only because you don't know when to stop, right? So this the right now you are in you're at the decision making process, right? Where you feel like you can control it. You're just not giving yourself enough credit in terms of, yes, yeah, you got this. So I do agree with Jean, is that you are stronger than you believe yourself to be. It's just this pattern has developed over a lifetime, and it kind of makes you feel powerless when you're not. You're very much powerful in that um, you do have the ability to make the changes that you need in order to kind of um, rid yourself of this label, which makes it sound like this is something that is totally out of your control. And in a lot of ways, it really isn't. It's more of a learned behavior than anything else. I also got the death card, which is um, there, you can bring this to an end. You can get past this if you make the decision that you're not going to give in to those limiting um, beliefs that you have been. Uh, how do I want to say this? It's almost like you have been told you there's not a lot you can do about this. This is a condition, and you have to learn to live with it. And you've taken it on as, oh, okay, well, I have no control. You actually do have a lot more control, and you are stronger than you believe uh, that you are. And I also pulled the power of silence, and that is again, it confirms that you are powerful. This person is walking across a bridge. You're powerful enough to leave this behind. You're powerful enough to say, no, you know what, that what I have received, and the condition that I have been told that I have is limiting me. I feel that I am much bigger than that condition, and I can choose not to give in to the limitations that come with that. So I think that's what the message that I'm getting from your guides is, um, you can put this behind you. Um, you can look at alternative ways to handle this, and that once you find the yeah um, once you find the combination of things that might be lacking in your physical body right now, everything is going to change. You'll see that there is a huge change that comes in. So yeah, give yourself permission to go on that journey. Decide that you're going to seek alternatives, and I think that it will work out well.
I love that. I love that. And while Marina was talking, I was picking up color therapy for you, Zach. And that is really colors. Color therapy can be very healing and can work on balancing or helping the frequency and vibration
Yes.
of the imbalance that you are sensing and maybe um inflicted with, and
Yes.
it helps. It's almost, think of it as like a frequency or a vibration. And acupuncture will do this too. It'll help to vibrate and connect those connectors that are disconnected or that are disrupted, and to connect them and to rebuild the strength in them. And this is an energy. We're energy, and without our souls in our body, we're just a bag of skin and bones. So the part of you that is alive, that is observing, that is loving, that is happy, and this is the part of you that has the power, and it is the color therapy has a frequency and vibration, and you can work on that, and you can look it up, and you can do it yourself. And you can
Mhm.
also work on getting acupuncture would really be a big, big, big help for circumventing those paths that you've had that groove uh,
Yes.
created, and it will circumvent that groove and bypass and go open up those channels that you really need opened. Um, it's really a beautiful. I should
Mhm.
probably be an acupuncturist. If I when I grow up, that's what I want to be.
Yes.
It's really life
Yeah.
saving for sure. But all the
Yes.
best to you, Mr. Zach, and thank you for your question. Thank you for being here. And that will be our show for today. I wanted to tell Marina and everybody here that I have a psychic study practice group, and I pinned it at the top for everybody if anybody is interested. It's on Sundays and Tuesdays, and I have the time on the in the comments in the chat
Mhm.
there. And when you come in, we do a meditation. After we do a meditation, I go over a little exercise to help us practice our psychic skills. And then after we do the demonstration of the exercise, you go into a breakout room and you have a partner that you practice the skill with. And then you come back out and we talk about it. And then you go back into another breakout room
Yeah.
with a different partner. So you have two different
Yeah.
opportunities to practice the skill. And if you're interested at all, it is only $20 for the month. And if you'd like to come in and try it, I'm taking new applicants for April, and it's really been a phenomenal, eye-opening, more
Yes.
than one way, eye-opening experience. And people, I mean, that it even doesn't matter what your level is. We have all different levels there, and the more new you are, the more opportunity you have for big breakthroughs.
Exactly.
It's a lot of fun.
Exactly. And honestly, you guys, for $20, you are going to find multiple ways of throwing away $20 that you're never going to see back. So this is an investment in yourself, investment in your personal growth. What have you got to lose? At the end of the month, what have you got to lose? You will gain knowledge, you will gain experience. And I have never come across anyone who has taken a course in self development that has come out at the other end and said, "Yeah, waste of time." It doesn't happen because you always learn things about yourself. You always put different tools in your um, tool chest that you end up using and benefiting from. So, um, yeah, by
And
all means,
it's lots of fun being together with like-minded people. And
yes,
Amanda, she says, your class sounds awesome. I'll try it next month. Good for you.
awesome,
Good for you. And
perfect,
whenever you're ready, if you're not ready, that's fine. If you're ready, that's fine.
exactly.
That's fine too. We have a really good group that we started with, and it's an amazing opportunity. I certainly enjoy it, and I'm not sure how long I'll be doing it, but it is. I hope to keep it going as long as enough people come in. So thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Oh, look, Garnet's here, and Garnet,
Hey,
he
Garnet.
always does the little blue jeans for me. Isn't that cute? Those little blue jeans.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And yeah, you guys don't let fear hold you back. This is and like I said, $20, that's three stops at Starbucks, on a good day.
Try two.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, do it. Absolutely do it. And yeah, if you're interested in getting more information, get in touch with Jean. If you're interested in getting information about some of the classes that I offer, or getting yourself signed up for a personal reading or whatnot, look, it's really easy. you go over to marinasheartcentertarot.com and just take a look at what's on offer. There might be something there that is going to resonate with you. Take a look at it. Reach out. Ask questions. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah, and especially now more than ever, it's
Yeah.
really nice to stick together and to have something different to
Yes.
focus on,
Yeah.
and we learn a lot too.
Yes.
So
Wonderful.
Leah
Oh,
is saying, hello all. I left Mel's room a few hours ago. He's aware that our entire YouTube community is praying for him. Aw. Thank you, Leah. That was nice of
yeah.
you to go over and check on
Yes.
him.
Absolutely.
Well, we're
Absolutely. I know he had a difficult night, so we're sending him all kinds of good thoughts and prayers. Yeah.
yeah, speedy recovery for Mel, for
Yeah.
sure. All right. Well, thank you all for being here, and thank you,
Yes.
Marina, for all that you do. And
My
it was a lot of
pleasure.
fun being together. And you're gonna? I know you have a whole lineup, but can you tell us what you're going to be doing either later tonight or tomorrow? I know Taco Tuesday's coming.
Yeah, that Taco Tuesday is next week.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but yeah, at later on this evening at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, I'll be doing kitchen table issues with Cleo, and then at 7 p.m. tonight, I'll be joined by Allie of Heart and Soul Connected, and we'll be doing Letting Spirit Drive.
Wow.
So other things that are coming up in the week, best thing to do is check the what used to be the community tab. It's now called posts to see what I'm up to. Big event this week is on Saturday, and that is the Shine Your Light event.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I wanted to mention that. Everybody, it's so much fun. Everybody gets together, the whole community comes together, and it's really worthwhile. And we go through each and every time zone, and you turn on your porch light, and you have somebody come on and do something special and say, uh, tell us what it is that they do. I know different people do different things, whatever they
Yeah,
want to
different.
offer.
Exactly, different modalities. So we look at astrology, we look at
Oh,
yeah, we look at akashic record healing or angelic healing. We'll be having Daphne is going to be doing a presentation on flower essence, and that the essential oils and so on, so that um, the whole concept behind the Shine Your Light event is to gather like-minded people, and whenever there is a group of us that with with positivity and with intention to send out love, light, compassion, unity, our the energy that we put out is multiplied exponentially. So that's the concept of the Shine Your Light event. And yes, there is the asking you to turn on your porch lights as we hit the 7 p.m. Time slot in the different time zones. The energy once we all gather is so powerful. It feels so good. It's just nice to be in that energy, and it's well worth it. Whether you can stay for the whole time that we're on, or whether you want to join us before 7 p.m. at your local time zone, totally up to you. But yeah, you'll feel wonderful.
I think so too.
Absolutely.
I think it's a wonderful event, and it's a beautiful community event too. So it's really
Yes.
nice. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Leah. Thank you, T. Lynn,
Yeah,
Garnet, everybody for being here,
it
just
was-
visiting. I see all of you. And Zach says, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Zach. And we
Absolutely.
want to wish you a happy Monday, happy St. Patrick's Day. Be sure to go over and check out Marina later on this evening. She's going to be entertaining us for the rest of the evening. And I look forward to seeing you all once again real soon. Take care
Absolutely.
now. Bye bye.
Take care. See you later.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.